Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, today I have Keith Paul on the line. He's founder and CEO over at HandyPro International. Keith, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Adam. Appreciate it.
All right, Matt. Happy to have another Michigander on the line. As we were catching up in the pre-show, I'm like, man, I heard you got a lot of snow out there, and I'm not jealous as of this moment. I'm not going to lie.
If you need pictures, let me know. I'll send you some pictures.
I got you covered. All right, well, I'm excited to get into today's topic. So, I mean, your industry specifically, so I know you work with franchising, specifically professional handyman services, and obviously all industries right now are affected by COVID and what's going on. And I think yours is a particularly unique one because you actually obviously, working in people's homes, right? And where now people have these I shouldn't use the word bunker, but, people are at home. So your industry is highly affected there. So maybe just to get us kicked off, tell us a little bit more about the HandyPro company story and just kind of how you got started.
Well, thanks, Adam. My wife and I, we started the company back in 1996, and you're familiar with Michigan. We started it because her grandmother lived in a little small house in Allen Park, Michigan, and she was 80 years old getting a kitchen remodeling project completed. And the contractor came up to her in the middle of the job, said, "I'm sorry, I underbid the cabinets. I need $2,000 more." She wrote him a check, never saw the guy again. And so, that story's a little bit too common. And so, Deb and I were looking to start a business, and we said, well, what if we got into, protecting seniors and homeowners? So we did. We hired a contractor as an employee, and he did handyman work. And 4 years later, we had 10 handymen working for us here in a little place in Michigan. And now we have 10 franchises around the country, anywhere from New York to Texas and Florida, and all on the east side of the Mississippi.
Wow, what an amazing story. So there's two different sides of the audience listening right now. Some are looking for business opportunities. Some are looking for services. I mean, let's talk to those that are maybe looking for business opportunities and that are thinking about starting a business. Tell us a little bit more about the franchise opportunity and how that works.
Sure. We have a business model that we've replicated. And, we teach our franchisees how to find good guy craftsmen and good women craftsmen. Yes, there's actually women out there who are in this field, and how to make sure they're good guys as well, and then how to put them in touch with the average, consumer, our homeowners. Demographics are medium to upper income homeowners that are looking to have stuff done around their house professionally. And that's the market that we serve. And we're really excited now because we've worked on the last 3 years. We've developed a Uber-like app and on-demand scheduling. And so we're going to be launching that in about 3 weeks. So if a homeowner needs a handyman, they go on their phone, book the time, book what they want, and done. The next thing you know, they have a handyman coming over. A lot of fun things are happening.
Yeah, that's big time, and that convenience aspect of it. I mean, can't overstate that. Like, that's awesome. So Keith, what typically makes a potential good franchisee for you, like to get into business? So do they have to have prior experience in the trades? Do they have to be construction background? I mean, give me a bit of a feel for the type of people that you look for. Sure.
The main quality is somebody who cares. This is a leadership franchise, which means that you're basically a staffing agency for good guy craftsmen and good women craftsmen. And so, are you able to lead, 10, 15 different craftsmen that would follow you and then follow the business model that we put in place? And so you need somebody who cares with good leadership skills and they can follow a system. You don't necessarily have to have home improvement experience, although some of our franchisees do. It is helpful, but it's not necessary. When I got into this business, my wife used to call me Mr. Make It Worse. So I wouldn't be the one going out into the field and doing repairs at them. So
that's awesome. Old Tim the two-man tailor over here. No, I love it.
That's it, exactly.
So what's been, I mean, from your vantage point, I mean, you've been in this business for a long time. You have other franchise, you know, as a franchisor, you have franchisees out there that you're responsible for, that you work with, and that we're all navigating this whole COVID thing and what's going on. So give us a little bit of the landscape and kind of what that looks like for your industry.
Sure. Well, our industry, you know, has been a little blessed compared to, you know, gyms and restaurants, and my heart goes out to all those owners right there, you know, that are surviving this. You know, most people are staying at their homes, right? They're not going to work. They're able to, you know, not commute. So, you know, they're sitting around their house and thinking of just a whole bunch of different projects that they want completed. So it's really good for us because we're able to help them stay in their home. We specialize in aging in place, so we're putting a lot of grab bars and, you know, walk-in tubs and so forth. But we're also doing a lot of offices, right? So a lot of people are converting their basement or their bedroom to an office too. So, you know, the future looks very bright for the home improvement industry and for those who can run their business to take care of that client so much that the client asks for them back. And that's what we look at as the biggest compliment one can have.
Let's focus a little bit more on, I know this is one of your specialties, and it makes sense based on how you got started and why you got started and where your heart was at. Let's talk a little bit more about the whole aging in place concept and industry, because maybe some people listening aren't quite as familiar with it, and kind of what that means and the types of things you're able to do to help somebody age in place with dignity.
Great question, Adam. Thank you for asking. You know, there's 10,000 people a day going from baby boomer to senior citizen for the next 14 years. And most of the people that are going to senior citizens want to remain in their home. They don't want to go to a nursing home. They don't want to go to an assisted living. They want to stay where, you know, in the houses that they grew up in or grew their family up in. And the aging in place market that we're able to serve, there's so many different products that are out there that allows, you know, somebody to stay home safely. Not including just, you know, putting in stair lifts or wheelchair ramps, but there are, like, if you're in a wheelchair ramp now, or if you have a wheelchair, you can get your doors widened just by putting special hinges that, you know, cost $50 instead of, you know, taking out your door and putting in a new door. There's grab bars out there that are so aesthetically pleasing, they don't look like hospitals, right? So a lot of people are like, I don't want a grab bar. They look ugly. They look like a hospital. Not anymore. There's so many things that they can do to brighten up their bathroom. And there's so many bathroom. There's non-slip tile that can be put in the bathroom because that, according to the CDC, Center for Disease Control, the bathroom is the most dangerous room in the house. So you can put non-slip tiles so you don't slip and you don't have to worry about mom or dad. And that's funny because, Adam, most of the people that call us is the kids of the seniors to say, hey, can you help mom and dad to keep them safe at their house? So,
yeah,
you know, you can put rugs on.
It makes a lot of sense, and I mean it's necessary, and it can help the quality of living. So I love that, and just make things more safe. I mean, so things like putting that rug on, putting that grab bar. I mean, these are simple fixes that can really, you know, if somebody falls, slips, and, you know, breaks a hip or breaks a bone. I mean, that could be a lot of pain for a long time. It may never heal right, you know, as someone's aging. So, like, something as simple as these grab bars and rugs and that, I mean, that can mean all the difference between, you know, a lot of pain and a lot of frustration in the future and possibly immobility, right? Or something worse, you know, God forbid. But all those things can happen when they can potentially be avoided. So I'm a big fan of the work you're doing and how you're doing it. Also, so I understand. So HandyPro was voted in 2020 top 50 companies to watch in Michigan. So tell us a little bit more about that. And first off, congrats. That's a big deal.
Oh, thank you, Adam. Yeah, it is. We're all pretty humbled. We got just a wonderful, wonderful team here in Michigan and throughout our franchise system. So we are honored that, and it was actually, we had a big gala in March, but they were going to give us the awards, but of course they never had that. So they did a big virtual one in August. And, we had to, we were, somebody put an application and said, look at HandyPro. We had to, be interviewed and so forth. And we got picked. It is an honor. We're going, to the digital world, what the consumer wants. They want to be able to book online or book on their phone and see the status of a craftsman when they're on their way to their house and be notified by text or email. And so we got the eyes of the state of Michigan watching us, and it's really helpful because they give us a lot of support as well. They put us through a lot of programs and continue to do so because of the success that HandyPro has.
Fantastic. Well, Keith, it's been awesome having you on the show. I love bringing a nice success story, especially from my hometown, Michigan, on there, my home state, under the show and onto the program. So thank you for coming on the show. And I want you to, so there's some people out there listening right now that maybe want to learn more about what you're doing over at HandyPro, whether it's the services or, they're looking at franchise opportunities. What's the best way for my listeners to connect with you and your team?
Sure. We have a toll-free number, which is 800-942-6394. That's 800-9HandyPro. Or they can visit our website, and it's HandyPro, HandyPro.com. And Adam, thank you for taking the time. I know you're a busy guy, and you fit HandyPro in, and we appreciate that.
No, well, we appreciate you and all the work you're doing, especially for our seniors out there. So thank you, Keith. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Hope you had a lot of fun listening. If you're a first-time listener, definitely hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you come back and be a return listener. We have a lot of other great guests coming up and some other great stories to share with you. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, of course, definitely hit the subscribe button there. But more importantly, leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Keith, thanks again for coming on the show.
Have a great day and stay warm over there.